Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Eka Gustiani and my student registration number 2117015, and I will explain about the material is describing disease.
Okay guys, I will explain about describing disease. And the first, I will explain about definition of disease. So, dishes are food that presented in the hotel or restaurant for their guests to order. And the following are three basic ways to describe any items in a way that appeals to guests. The first is plate to fork, the second, salt the meat, and the third, salt the flavor. And the first, plate to fork. This is the most basic way to describe an entry. The premise of this method is to start with the plate and literally describe the items filled on top of it. And then, the example, we start by combining our pasta with a buttery-rich cream sauce. At the last moment, we add in some fresh spinach, then add a grilled field of veal called Alaskan king salmon, and we top it all with a dollop of compound lobster butter that complement the other flavors very nicely. And then start with the protein of noodle and describe up from there concluding with the sauce. And then the second is sell the meat. This is the most effective method if you are selling a dish that has an outstanding meat component. And the example, like the Alaskan king salmon is well cooked this evening. This means it's spanned between 3 to 5 years old, and sea feeding of shrimp, krill, lobster, and crab. As opposite to most salmon served in restaurants, which is kept in fresh water and fat grain is enterlife. When the salmon eats what it's supposed to eat is stayed how it's supposed to stay. You will find it be very creamy, which are actually result of grain feeding. We are serving in tonight over or the pasta with sauce, spinach, and finish it off with compound lobster butter. So, and the final decision of an entry from the guest will probably come down to the protein anyway, and this method does require more background knowledge, but a few facts will usually suffice. And the last is sell the flower. This method is a hybrid of the previous two. It allows you to focus on the flavors of the overall dish. And then the example is the veal king salmon tonight is served with compound lobster butter. This not only pairs nicely together, but also really accented the sweetable differences between the butter and sauce and the buttery flowers in the salmon. We place it on a bed of creamy orzo with sauce spinach that keep it from being overwhelming and will refresh your palate for the next bite. So, instead of focusing on the component, focus on how it tastes together. And the last is in this example based on the general, it's we explain to tourism or other people in our hospitality about pork. The name is pasta, and then we explain to tourism about this food is like today. We will offer you take the telepaster with arrabbiata or spicy tomato sauce. It cook it with olive oil, chili, flake some garlic oil when the pasta ready before our tomato sauce, and finally top it with parsley and as the last ingredients. So, I think enough for our explanation about describing dishes. I'm so sorry for my mistake.